Hello and welcome to another episode of Gyrmonk Plays Lonely Mountains Downhill. Yo, we got a new Trailblazer skin in the last episode. Which one is it? Phantom. Ooh, I like the double back. Ooh, I like the bro. Okay. Let's try this grasshopper one again. I think we almost have it. You know? It's all about... No, get out of my face. Reconnect. Okay. Excuse my Xbox companion app. They're still working on it. That's why the Game Pass is only $5 a month. I've highly recommended it to tons of people, but a lot of people are afraid of subscriptions because of like Netflix and the World of Warcraft subscription they just forget about. I'm telling you, man, like the Xbox Game Pass subscription is not one that you're gonna forget about because there's so many games in here that I want to run through. Like that was kind of cheap. Like if I had all the time in the world, I would beat most of these games. Like 75% of these games I'd run through. You know, it's not a recommendation that I make like lightly. You know, I never recommended Humble Monthly to anybody. I never recommended PS Plus for its free games. The Xbox Game Pass is doing something that like Netflix in 2015 had, where they had all the highest quality content. And they were like $10 a month. It was insane how much of a value Netflix used to be. And I do mean to say used to be. Because they're not the powerhouse they used to be. Unfortunately, we're turning into cable yet again because everybody's becoming a streaming service. What's crazy is that I think if you purchase all the streaming services right now, like all the major ones, Hulu, Disney Plus, Netflix, it's still less than cable. It's still less than what cable's asking for currently. Does that not blow your mind? Like it's blowing mine? Well, that doesn't. Phrasing, probably need some work there. I don't have my editors. Where are you? What, you think I have someone script all of this? I probably couldn't script an episode of this if I tried. Like some people are asking me like, hey, what do you do for your process when you do these Lonely Mountains episodes? Do you have like bullet points you want to hit, or do you just talk nonstop? It's a little bit of both. You know, sometimes I come more prepared than others. You probably can tell sometimes, but a lot of times it's just like, you know, it's like that game Concentration. You start off by just talking about the game, and then a word that you say triggers just a whole bunch of synapses in your brain. It's like, hey, let's talk about this, let's talk about this. Oh, what are we doing? Oh, let's talk about that. Oh, no, we just crashed. And yeah, that's pretty much how it works. That's how conversation flows anyways. Like if you can make small talk with other people, you can make small talk with yourself. I don't know if a doctor's gonna diagnose you with anything. They can diagnose you with anything nowadays anyways, so. Not to go down that route. Should we restart? It's 6 crashes and we haven't even made it to section 4. Oh, what are we doing? No! Okay, restart. Really the toughest part is talking while performing acts of gaming achievements. I mean, if you can call them that, I guess. This game is tougher than it. Is it tougher than it looks, or is it like as tough as it looks? I'm not sure. Has anybody picked this game up after watching me play it? Because the major complaint I've seen of this game is very appropriate in that the perspectives are hard to get used to. I am basically bringing my twin stick shooter game, like I bring my twin stick shooter experience to this game, and I feel like that's why it comes a little bit easier. But the depth of field is kind of where it loses people. There we go. 70. I'll take it. I'll take it. That's a. How do you hit that tree? That takes some good precision. If I hit that again, I don't know what I would have done. Oh, there we go. 77. Okay, perfectly fine. There's a shortcut here, and then another shortcut here. And away we go. Whoa, oh, hold on. No. Oh man, there was a shortcut there, but that's fine. We still shaved off 0.03 somehow. Okay. Okay. There we go. We're about to reach the waterfall, which is a little bit nerve-wracking. Just focus for a second. A second. Just one measly second. Okay. Okay. All right. Here we go. Here we go. No. No. The dismount. Okay. All right. I'm not saying it's the low. Okay, where were we? I don't know. I'm not tilted, you're tilted. No, it's not really a tilt issue. Despite how it looks. It's just a focus issue. Yeah. And I was focusing pretty hard there. But I think I was focusing a little bit too much. Is that possible? I do wish we had more crashes to work with, but as I waste another one right there. But we're not about to skip this turn. All right, let's restart. Yeah, I'm not saying like this game is the hardest game in the world, but getting all these achievements is aptly named as an achievement, you know? I think I'm not sure about beating every course with every bike, but like if we can just check off all the challenges, I'm a-okay with shipping this game until we get new mountains. Whoop. Here we go. Through here and through here. We're almost at 100 episodes, though. That's kind of an achievement in and of itself. You know, I always wanted to have a 100+ game series. Didn't know it would be a game like this, but it does make sense if you take a look at the previous episode of me describing what kind of games I like. This is a glorified fidget spinner. Just full on mechanics upon mechanics. A little bit of puzzle solving, a little bit of exploration, really. So, like finding the hidden paths and things like that. but it's never in your face, I feel like. Like, they don't shove... They don't shove the concept of... What are you doing? What am I actually doing? I'm wasting all of my... We hit that tree 3 times. What was I trying to say? I don't know. I don't actually know. Just lay down for a second. This is tilt. Yeah. Ever since I got hip to this game, I think I've mentioned it like 4 or 5 times in the last 80 episodes. But like, I've been trying to find other games like it, but I don't think we're gonna get there. You know, they have something special here. That's why it took them like 4 or 5 years. I don't think it's something that's replicable. At least that easily. Like the aesthetic and then the gameplay mixed together. It's something rare that people aren't willing to go, because like you don't win like the biggest awards. You don't win the biggest crowds. You don't get that much media coverage for a game like this, I don't think. Like, even the people that do enjoy this game, it's just like, yeah, I'll play it like once or twice, and then they move on to their, you know, their typical grindy games. I don't know what people like nowadays. We were talking about Moonlighter the other day, and I know a couple people that I trust recommend that game, but it's just it's one of those games that's just not for me, because it reminds me of the portions of MMOs that I get really into, but I know I shouldn't, because they're literal, just actual time wasters. And I'm like, where's the meat and potatoes? It's supposed to be the gameplay. You earn money and you're supposed to like have more fun with the gameplay. The combat system, because of the money you're earning. But it never got to that point for me. They're like, how far did you get? Not that far, because I never really liked it. Well, you need to give it another 10 hours. I don't know, man. I think it was the marketing too. Like, everybody's saying it's one of the best roguelites of the year. People should stop using that word, because really there's only like 5 respected roguelites in existence. There's a couple that's like, you know, a little bit okay. But you know what I'm talking about, like Isaac, Gungeon, Slay the Spire, so on and so forth. FTL, Darkest Dungeon. You know, and then there's honorable mentions like Into the Breach and Wizard of Legend, and like I enjoyed Flint Hook for a little bit, but I don't know if I could actually call that a rogue either. It's like it's a finicky genre, because you have to get a lot of the parts perfect, if not all of the parts of it perfect. You know, the parts that like people don't care about as much as maybe like gameplay, but you have to get the not gameplay, graphics. Obviously you have to get the gameplay 100% dialed in, but the graphics, you know, are usually the ones that suffer a little bit. Whereas on Hades has great graphics, Dead Cells has great graphics, and then the gameplay suffers. So, what's wrong with Dead? Don't even. It's not worth the conversation. I'm certain, because there's you know, maybe it is worth a conversation. You know, what's a podcast for if not for just random conversation about nothing? If we crash into this 3 times again. Turn a little bit. Just turn. Thank you. Thank you. There's a shortcut here. Okay. Shaved off a lot of 2 seconds. Are you kidding me? We crashed right there? Okay, we got 7 out of 8. Are you kidding me? What was that? I don't. Alright, we got one more try. But yeah, Dead Cells and Hades. I think I've gone over this, like last time I played Hades. But there's something about there's something about those two games that strike me as not as fun, not as deliberate in terms of its gameplay. You know, like the progression is good. The graphics are obviously like way over any other rogues, but there's something about like powering up. There's too much meta progression, and then they expect you to get hit all the time in both of those, because they give you like a health bar instead of you know, like this monster does 1 heart damage and this monster does, you know, 2 heart damage. I think I prefer that, but it really is like a preference thing. You know, I hate to just tear them down because of the things that that I don't jive with. But that is what a review is, right? That's literally the meaning of a review. You guys don't have to take them as gospel. But same thing with Wizard of Legend. Although Wizard of Legend feels a lot more unique, it feels like a brawler, like a part fighting game, part Double Dragon type thing going on. What is this? Where does this go? This part gets me so nervous. Firstly, because it's right before. Why are we even going through this? Okay. Well, we tried. Thank you so much for hanging out, listening in. I hope you liked the video. If you did, hit that like button. If you want to support the channel, hit that sub button. Appreciate it very much. I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.